It's 6 days. It's 6 days to the election, and due to the cash crunch, most of all these politicians are now looking for new ways to buy votes. They are looking for ways to cut corners, just to take that shortcut in order to achieve what they want. Before we go into the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do all to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you will be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, leave your comments in the comment section. I love to hear from you. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. 6 days to the February 25 presidential and National Assembly polls, candidates and political parties are devising ways to mitigate the effects of a raging naira scarcity on their electoral quest. Currently, there is tension in the polity on account of the scarcity of the new 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1000 naira notes, which has been worsened by fuel scarcity since the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) introduced the redesigned naira and cash limit policy of 500,000 and 5 million naira a week for individuals and corporate organizations, respectively. Many politicians have been kept on their toes. A host of politicians, mainly of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), have been kicking against the policy, with some claiming that the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is the prime target of the policy. Apart from checking vote buying, the federal government said the policy is meant to fight inflation and insecurity, especially kidnapping for ransom. The deadline for the use of the old notes was initially fixed for January 31st, but the CBN later extended it to February 10. If there is anything that these, scarcity of funds have, helped, if there's any aspect, like any way that this scarcity of money have, really help the country, it's the fact that we no longer hear of kidnapping or ransom paying. Have you noticed? Hey God, have you noticed that we have not, in the last week or two, we have not heard of kidnapping or ransom payments for the past 2 weeks now? I don't think I've heard of that kind of news. Like it means that this policy is really working. Like, at least that was one of the budgets, that was one of the things that Buhari really wanted to achieve with this new policy, and I feel that we are really getting there. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Anyway, this is my opinion. President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday extended the use of the old 200 naira notes to April 10, declaring that the old 500 naira and 1000 naira notes ceased to be legal tender on February 10, as affirmed by the CBN. The president's declaration is not in tandem with an interim order of the Supreme Court, which restrains the federal government from implementing the February 10 deadline for use of the old notes, based on the suit filed by the governments of Kogi, Zamfara, Kaduna states. The Apex Court fixed hearing of the suit for February 22. The majority leader of the House of Representatives, Ado Doguwa, on Thursday lamented that the naira scarcity was hurting him and other politicians. Specifically, Doguwa, who is seeking re-election on the platform of the All Progressive Congress, said he needs 70 million in hard copy for this election, and it is not available due to the naira crunch. Doguwa lamented that the naira scarcity caused by the new policy would affect the electioneering expenses of politicians. Please, what are politicians spending money on the election day? What are they spending money on that will allow them to spend to the tune of 70 million naira on the election day? Please, what? Are they buying ballot paper? I don't think so. The lawmaker who expressed his reservation over the new Naira policy after a meeting with President Buhari at the presidential villa lamented that the policy is affecting the APC, citing Section 88, subsection 4 of the Electoral Act. Dogua said, "I need to have the 17 million naira in hard copy. That is the position of the law, and I speak to you, I don't have it." Dogua noted that all politicians, irrespective of political affiliations, would be affected by the new policy. That is one thing I also love about this, CBN policy, is the fact that whether you are APC, whether you are PDP, NMPP, Labour Party, it's going to affect everybody together. Because if Buhari wanted to be, partial, or wanted to, be on the side of, the usual thing that these politicians do, anything that is going to affect them personally, they would not go forward with it. That is one thing I love about this, because even people are now carrying rumor that this policy is directed at Tinubu, whereas I don't see it. It's not directed at Tinubu, it's just directed at politicians generally. Despite the complaints of politicians, Sunday Vanguard gathered that a host of them were forward-looking and had mapped out measures to navigate the Naira crunch. Their moves, the CBN lamented last week, is partly responsible for Naira scarcity because they are mopping up the few redesigned Naira released into circulation by the Apex Bank. The Naira mop-up is to deepen the measures they are taking to win the election that has become tougher because of the introduction of bimodal voters accreditation system (BVAS) by the INEC to check multiple voting, as well as ensure that the real owner of a permanent voters card (PVC) votes. Before now, some politicians had embarked on expanded stomach infrastructure through the appointment of more aides, ensuring that their faithful got PVCs and denying perceived supporters of opponents their PVCs. On election day, Sunday Vanguard gathers that part of the measures will be to suppress votes and buy votes in opponent strongholds, asked the possibility of compensating their supporters on election day. One grassroots politician said, "We are politicians, we know the game and how to play it. With rising poverty in the land, some politicians have embarked on fresh welfare packages to win the support of would-be voters." Sunday Vanguard gathers that many politicians are towing the line of Governor Nelson Wike of Rivers State on a higher scale. Wike recently appointed over 200,000 special political appointees and placed them on a monthly allowance of 30,000 naira to 50,000. A top leader of one of the political parties told Sunday Vanguard, "Wike appointed 200,000 aides. We are doing a similar thing on a larger scale. We mobilized over 1 million people for the voter registration and ensured they got their PVCs. The 2023 election will be different from past elections because of the beavers and redesigning of the Naira." Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.